Hello friends, today in this tutorial I will be showing you a very simple application inside which you can just transfer all the information that you submit inside your HTML form to your Google Sheet using Google Apps Script. So basically this is the demo of this application. You can see that there are two fields out there, email address and name field. So whatever information that you will write inside this field, guys, it will be transferred inside this Google Sheet. So let me take you a very simple example. Let me enter the email address. Let me enter Geeky Gautam and enter the name as well. Let me enter this name here. So as soon as you can see, guys, if I click the send button, this information will be sent directly to my Google Sheet. Here you can see result is success, row is added here. So in this way, guys, you can capture any sort of email address or names of the person. You can deploy this application on your website also. Let me change this email address to john@gmail.com. And so again, if I click send here, you will now see again this second row will be inserted. You will see name, email, date. Date will automatically get inserted with the today's date. So you can just automate your Google Sheet, guys, and capture the information that is submitted by the user inside HTML form. You can deploy this website to WordPress or any custom website. You can have a user email capture form here, where you can just capture the user information and just get all the email addresses out there. So this is very simple, guys. Using Google Apps Script, we will be showing you step-by-step tutorial how to do this process. It's very simple. So if you go to my tutorial website, which is hosted on webninjadeveloper.com, I have given the link in the description of this video. So you will find out the step-by-step blog post. All the instructions will be given. So I will highly recommend that you read that blog post also alongside watching this video. So let's start building this application from scratch, guys. So as you all know, guys, Google Apps Script, basically it's a scripting language where you can develop apps related using the Google API. So if you just write Google Apps Script, this is just a scripting language developed by Google in 2009, and basically it makes use of Google APIs. So this is their website, guys, and basically you can see build web apps and automate tasks with Google Apps Script. So you just click start scripting and you will be redirected to their editor here. So here you can create any sort of project here, and specifically, guys, we are working with Google Sheet here. So we will need to go to Google Sheet, and here you need to first of all create a Google Sheet here. So click on go to Sheets, and here, guys, you need to create a blank sheet here, and you can just rename this sheet to any name of your choice. It totally depends upon you. So let me name as capture email. So I am saving it, guys. You can see that, and now you just need to create three columns out there, which is the date, the name field, and the email field. So sorry, this needs to be email, and this one should be name of the person. That's it. So just create these three fields out there, three columns, guys. So all this information will be get inserted inside these three columns, and now you simply need to go to extensions tab, and now you need to select the third option, which is called as app script. So just select this option, guys. So now we will be redirected to the editor where we will write some code here for building this application. It's very simple code. I will write step by step. So this is the editor, guys. Basically here you can write all your code. This is the extension of this file of Google Script, which is gs code.gs. Basically it's just a JavaScript code. It's very simple. Let me create some spacing here, and now let me just create. So first of all, guys, we will write the sheet name where we will be editing. The sheet name will be simply sheet 1, because if you see in the bottom side where we are editing the sheet 1, so that's why we have written sheet 1 here. After this, guys, we just need to get the script property and property service, and this contains a method which is called as get script properties. So we will do like this. So it will get the properties of the script, and now we need to create an initial setup, guys, method where we need to grant the permission to the user to use this spreadsheet application. We need to grant the permission from the user. So for doing this, guys, we need to create a new variable which is called as active spreadsheet. What is the active spreadsheet? And here this needs to be equal to spreadsheet app. This is the actual API that we are using, and this contains a method which is get active spreadsheet. This is a method. After this, guys, we will say script property, and we need to set a property here which is called as the key property, and this needs to be equal to active spreadsheet, and we need to get its ID. So there is a method out there which lets you get its ID, which is called as get ID. That's it. So now if you save this code, guys, you can save your project by clicking this button. So it will save your project, and after this you will have this function which is called as initial setup. So this will contain all the methods that you create. So after this, guys, what we need to do is that we need to now enter the post method. So whenever the user submit the form, what should happen? Basically, whenever I click this button which is send here, so what should happen? So we need to write this method which is automatically gets called, which is called as do post, and inside this method, guys, we will be inserting the information of the user which they submit. So e parameter is automatically passed here, and we will be creating a lock service here which is get script lock, and we will be locking it for I think 10 seconds. This is in milliseconds, so 10,000 milliseconds is equal to 10 seconds, and we will now have a try catch block, guys. So this will be a try catch block, and inside this we will be basically be inserting the information. So if you are not understanding this code, guys, totally normal. You just need to copy paste this code, and we need to open this spreadsheet by its ID. So this contains a method open by ID, and here we have to pass script property dot get property, and here we need to pass the property which is key. That's it. And after this, guys, we need to select the sheet, which sheet we are doing. So const sheet is equal to doc dot get sheet by name, and here we need to pass the sheet name that we have configured, which is sheet 1. So as this is a try catch block, guys, so we also need to catch the error as well. So we just need to write the catch statement also here, catch e. So if any sort of error take place, we will simply return the error, which is using content service. This contains a method which is create text output. So we will JSON stringify, we will return the response in a JSON. So we will have a property called as result. So inside this we will show our error. So result will be equal to error if any sort of error take place, and we will be also be returning the error which is equal to E. That's it. And also we need to set the mim type. So mim type will be equal to content service dot mim type dot JSON, because this is a JSON response we are sending, so that's why we have mim type JSON. So after this, guys, we just need to, after we select the sheet, we need to add the headers. So headers are simply basically the name, email, and date. So sheet dot get range, we will be get access to those headers. So get range 1, 1, 1. So these are 3 columns for date, name, and email, and then we will be providing the actual information, which is sheet dot get last column. And inside this method, basically we will get the values. So get values, we will get the values, so basically which is present inside the active spreadsheet, which is name, date, and email. So after getting this information, guys, if you see get values, we will get the values like 0th index. And now we will be going to the next row, guys. Basically we will say sheet dot get last row, and inside this we will be incrementing it by 1. So every time when you add the information, a new row will be inserted. That's why we are incrementing by 1. That's it. This is the logic behind this code. After this, guys, we need to add the row of data. What we need to add? So we will be getting the information from the user. We will use the map method, and inside this we will have the actual information. So this will be return header. So for the date field, guys, it will automatically get inserted with the today's date. So that's why we will be using the date constructor here, new date, and here we will be adding the e dot parameter, which is header, like this. This is a new row, guys. So now we just need to add this. So now for adding this row here, it's very simple. We will basically call this method on the sheet object. So there is a method out there which is called as getRange, and we will pass the next row, and we will pass the data as well. So 1 comma 1, and then we will say next row dot length, and we need to set the values here. So set the values, and here we will pass the new row. So automatically whenever you submit the information, this row will be added here using set values. That's it. After this, guys, we just need to return some JSON response to the user that your data has been inserted. So again, we will use this content service. Basically, this is used to return some data back to the user. Create text output JSON.stringify. This time the object will be, the result will be on success. So result is success. This is not mandatory that you pass a notification to the user, but it's just a nice little thing that you need to pass. So if you see, this needs to be a colon. That's it. After this, guys, we also need to set the mem type, which is JSON. So content service dot mem type dot JSON. That's it. So this is all the code, guys, you need to write inside this file. So now we just need to select the initial setup method here, and then click on the run button. So as you click the run button, guys, initially you will be granting to the screen here, which we need to grant the permissions of the sheet API. So whenever you hit this button, you need to allow the permission. You need to click on the review permission button. Authorization, you need to grant access. Select your account, and then you need to click on advanced here and go to an unsafe version. So after you click this button, you will be just click the allow button. So it will be able to edit, create and delete all your Google Sheet spreadsheet. So click on allow. After that, you allow the button, you will be granted the access. So this is completed. So you need to execute this method. It is saying that initial setup code line 6. I think I have made a mistake here in writing the code. So simply you need to copy paste the code, guys. I have given that code in the description. So sometimes spelling mistakes can occur. So that's why I think you should copy paste this code. So now once again you need to run this code. Initial setup method, run this. Again you will see attempted to execute, but it was deleted. Execution started, execution completed. So now there is no error out there, guys. Now you need to go to triggers option, guys. You need to add a trigger. So when something, what happens when you submit the user form, just click on triggers and you need to add a new trigger. So you can see that you need to select here the post method here, choose which function to run. So simply select do post and select event type. So whenever user submit the form, so select this. So this will be the same here, head portion, and the event source will be the spreadsheet, all that stuff. And click on save. So this you need to add the trigger. So again it will ask the permission for you. So simply select the permission and allow the permission. That's it. This is all that you need to do. After that it will add this trigger. You will see. Now you need to deploy this application, guys, so to a web URL so that you can access this. Simply click on deploy, and then you need to click on new deployment, and then you need to select the event, which is, it can be either API, executable, add-on, library. I need to select web app. So simply select this name, capture email app for website users. So who has access, so simply select anyone, that's it, and click on deploy. So now it will deploy this application on the live internet, guys, so that you can make a request to those. This is your URL, so simply copy your URL. This is different for you. So now simply if you paste it in the browser, you will see do get is not there, but do post is there. So we need to make a simple HTML form here, basically, where we can simply get the information. So form action, so just copy paste that URL, that's it. This is the URL of that, and just make a simple method of post. You can create this form at anywhere, guys, localhost or any inside a WordPress website or custom website, you just need to have a input form here like this. We will be getting this, just give it a name attribute of email, and enter email. Then we will be writing the name of the person. So this will be type email here, that's why. And then guys, we will have a simple submit button to submit the form. Send. So now this is the form. So if I open with live server, so what you will see guys, if I open my sheet here, you will see date, email and name field will be there. And let me open this. Let me open in a new tab here, and this is my form. So basically, let me enter an email address and let me enter a name. So you will see if I click the send button, you will see this information is inserted. The today's date is 26 November, and you can see email address, name, you can see that. So once again, if I submit with a different email address, John, click on send. So in this easy way guys, you can capture information with the HTML and you can send it directly to your Google Sheet using Google Apps Script. I have shown you step-by-step code that is required for this. You can go to the blog post and copy paste all the source code, and please hit that like button, subscribe the channel, and I will be seeing you guys in the next video. Until then, thank you very much.